Good morning. Nice to meet you here. So let's start our new day with the new questions. And I will tell you guys all you want to know about Ukrainian girls, Ukrainian culture. So welcome here. Hit the bell, please, and you will know the information, what time we will have online streams with the different Ukrainian ladies. And yes, you can speak here and ask everything you want to know. So good morning to you. And let's start our conference. What do you miss most about living in Ukraine? A lot of things, actually. It's a nice question. I miss a lot of things because all my life I lived in Ukraine. And we have a nice country, actually. We have a good nature there. We have a lot of places for rest. And everything is easy when you used to live at your place. It's easy to decide any questions with a lot of things, with some documents, with any things you need to realize in your life. It's easy enough in Ukraine and quickly enough. And I have a lot of friends here all over the world right now because a lot of people moved out of Ukraine. And people says that they are missing Ukrainian system, that everything was so fast in Ukraine because we had such app when you have all your documents in your phone, just online. It's very comfortable. Special app from the government. And yeah, you can show all your documents, driver license or your passport or anything you need to, or COVID vaccination, you have at your phone in your app. And it's super comfortable and it's modern. So good day, young lady. Hello, Juan. Houston, the eagle has landed. Okay. Sounds like you missed using corruption to get things done quickly. No, it's not corruption. Just people really. Oh, I'm sorry. People just working fast, really, because I have friends in Portugal, in Italy right now, and they have not corruption, but to organize some process, to make some documents, is really long-term process. It's really very long, and people doesn't hurry to do something. So it's not a corruption. I not support the corruption, actually. I think better to live in a correct way by rules, but it was really comfortable. Okay, is it true that Ukraine, you can buy your COVID jab? Yes, it's true. A lot of people not trust for vaccination. Actually, I don't believe at vaccination also, but I did my shots. I did really. But yeah, some people can do this. I don't think it's good, but yeah, a lot of people not trust for this vaccination, and maybe it can have some things about your health after. And people which are not trust to this vaccination, they're afraid to do this, to let it in your body. And I agree that it can be not good for your health. And some people, yeah, decide to to break the system, to have their COVID certificate, but stay healthy yet. The vaccination can cause adverse reactions. Yes, of course, and it does It's for first. And the second thing, a lot of people after vaccination did have COVID, and it means that it doesn't work. So maybe it's not bad. I spoke with some people from USA, for example, and after three shots, they had 3 times COVID. 3 times. It's too much, I think, and it means that it doesn't work. It's just global. Morning. Hello. Good afternoon. Even many Ukrainian people buy their driver's license. It's true. No, no. Yeah, you need to pay to organize your classes, and you need to visit your classes, and you need to pass the exams, and maybe it's possible. I'm not sure. I don't know such friends who did buy a driver license. And anyway, you need to drive by yourself after you buy. So how will you do this without lessons, without practice? What's your point of view on what's going on the worldwide, excluding the conflict in Ukraine? Okay, politic topic. I'm just a girl. I'm not very political. I try to stay with the news, try to know actual information in the world. But in general, it's difficult to realize for simple people. So I think in general that USA and Russia try to decide who is up. And Ukraine just like a neighbor and like a small country. We have this conflict because of world situation, not because they need our territory or something like this. Excluding, you mean not about Ukraine. What was your worst job? My worst job? I didn't have a bad job. I worked in a bank like a manager. Actually, yes, I remember some time when I worked at the bank. Yeah, I had to sit and to accept money and to make bills, and it was not pleasant. It was very routine. I didn't like that moment, that period at my banking work. But in general, I like my way, and I think I can still stay in search and open something new, some new possibilities in my life, because my life changed because of moving, and yeah, now I need to find myself again in a new country. You worked as a translator for a marriage agency for 2 years. Can you tell us for your craziest doing translation story? Craziest. Let me think, please. I had a lot of interesting situations there, because when people speaking online, first of all, it's easy, it's very inspired things, because people shared real emotions there, and they joking sometimes, and you like a third person. I always, while translation, I don't have my camera, I have just a voice, but I can see both of people. And I'm like a third person in this conversation. And it's always fun, and the most great moments when they have some real emotions and they try to speak in the moment and joking. I don't think we had some crazy moments. I can't remind something crazy, but yeah, it's interesting. And the most important I like in this work is anything you have in your life, any moments you live in your real life. While translation, you open your mind just for this, and you focus just on the translation. And 1 hour, for example, you can think anything else, and it helps a lot to change the mood. And you absolutely focus on this translation and these emotions. And for me, it's a good moments actually. Do Ukrainian people prefer the stability of a good job, or they move from job to job looking for a better job situation? Both variants, I think. Ukrainian people, in Ukraine, we have not very good salaries in general. You can realize yourself, but the salaries level is not the best in the world, as well as life in Ukraine is not very expensive. But yeah, you can try yourself in different ways and in different jobs. And if you don't have some special um, job for you, when you could find yourself, create your own business, realize yourself for 100%, yeah, you can try different jobs, and why not? It's normally when you try to find yourself and realize in a good way. So sometimes people, yeah, jump from job to job in Ukraine. And I think it's good position when you try to find your place and try to make your life better. People say that honesty is a very lonely word, that everyone is so untrue. That's your point of view on this. I can judge by myself. I think I'm a very honest person, because it's difficult for me to cheat, to say something, to think something in a moment and to tell not a true. It's difficult. You need to be very, I don't know, smart, and to find correct way. It's difficult. To be honest is more simple, because when you have your situation and you live in your real life, and you are open-minded, talk about that honestly. You don't need to remember something which didn't happen. So I think that honesty is a good position. Maybe you can tell not everything to people. You can hide some private, some you can have some private space of you, but honesty is good position, and it's more easy to be, I think, like to be a cheater. What percentage of the time dates you translate on a good connection? Mm, Actually, they have. I have just maybe just one maybe bad experience when people were absolutely not like each other. All the connection every time is good. If even they can't be a couple, they can be they can have a good time together about speaking. And this is the point of these sites, to understand. This is the point of these conferences, these dates, video online, to understand, is it interesting person for you, and to decide while live speaking. But I think it's not enough to understand, is it your partner about life, because you need to do next steps after online datings. You need to meet in reality and to build normal relations in real life, not just online dating. But most of occasions are they just meet, they just speak for sometimes some period, maybe 1 month, maybe couple of months, and then it's just stopped. Do you still do translations for video dating with a foreigner and Ukrainian lady? Do you enjoy it? Yes, I still doing it, and I like this job. Um, is positive emotions, is interesting to know different people from different places of the world. I understand current situation in the world. I can speak with the interesting people, actually, even if it's not my conversation, but I know I learn some new information from people. Sometimes their topics are really interesting also for me. So I enjoy this process, then this job, yes. Did you ever see something on camera during your translating what you didn't want to? No, I didn't. Every time is very polite datings when people just sitting like I'm sitting right now with you, and they just changing opinions. They change some situations in their life, tell some stories. Sometimes they remind some interesting stories from their childhood, for example, and it's cute. It's funny moments. And in general, they discuss a lot of situations of their life, everyday living, and current situation in nowadays. So nothing bad I saw there, really. If you could pick anywhere in the world to live, where would it be? I think I'm here now. If you think about the place of my dream, maybe I will choose some seaside, maybe Bali. I don't know. Yeah, first of all, you need to try. Actually, I like Turkey a lot. I was there a lot of times. I enjoy their nature. I'm not sure how to live there about the mentality, because it's also a very important question when you need to feel comfortable with the people who is around you. I like nature a lot, but I'm not sure I can live there by mentality. It's very different from our mentality. So here in Warsaw, I really enjoy everything I have around, and also people and their mentality. They are open-minded, they are friendly, they are polite a lot. Really, I enjoy to live in here. So maybe I'm here now. Do Ukrainian fathers maintain contact with their children after divorce? Do they provide financial support for their children? Do they make a new relationship difficult? Yes, Ukrainian fathers, I think they are good fathers, depend on the person, of course, but they try to contact with their children for sure. A lot of people, they have some exceptions, of course, but a lot of men still go on speaking with the ex-wife, with spending time with their children or child, and they try to support financial. It's different occasions. Sometimes they don't want. It's an interesting story when people apart, and for example, a man has opportunity to support financial his ex-wife. It's like a punishment when he doesn't want to support in a good way, because it's some kind when he can control her life situation like a punishment. But by our laws, father had to support children after divorce and do some payments, and to make new relationships. I think it's not difficult. everybody accept this situation. I think it can be difficult just in that way if you don't if you can't find the contact with the children of your partner, with his children from previous marriage. And I think it's very personal, and it not depend on culture or country. It depend on the person. And I think if you really have a wish, you can find the way how to contact with the children, if you really want this. I have my stepfather in my family, my mama. She was divorced with my parents were divorced, and my mom had met a new man, and it was a long time ago. And he accepted me and my brother, and he become like a real father for us. So I have two fathers actually in my life, and I can't say that my stepfather that he did something wrong or not natural. He's so caring and so lovely, and he is also very good friend for me. And I can come to my parents' family, my mom and my stepfather, and I can discuss any problem. So I can really have support from him, and I think is a good experience. And I wish to everyone in such situation to meet such person who can be very caring, who can support not his own children, but to accept other children in such natural way. How much USD dollars must Ukrainian fathers pay mother per child for support by law? It's actually very small quantity in the dollars. Let me think. I think it's like $100 only by laws. But it's, of course, it's not enough for good living, even in Ukraine, when it's much cheaper to live. It's not enough. I think it's enough just for food. But our official salaries are not very big. That is why by law they have such not a big money for payment. Yeah. William, Ukraine women are so beautiful inside and out. Glory to Ukraine. Oh, thank you. It's nice to hear that. I hope it's really true. And yeah, for me, I try to do my best to be beautiful inside and out. It's very important to be beautiful inside, to be a good person. Uh, I can see you have some chat between you. What will happen if, say, an American man falls in love with a Ukrainian single mother, and they want to move to American to get married and start a new life, yet the biological father refuses the children? Children can leave territory of Ukraine. Yes, you need to have an agreement of the father. If you want to move with your children outside of Ukraine, out of Ukraine. And actually, it can be difficult process, but if you are serious at your point and you really want to go out from Ukrainian territory, you can find the way, because you can, I think that you can think you can have some agreement from the government, if you can't have a good dialogue with the natural father, and you can prove that you should move, and your child live with you, and you care about your child, and you can find the way. Actually, if you really want, you can find the way, and it's you can do this by laws. Guys, please like the video and subscribe. Yes, if you are interested to know all the information, all the questions you want to have answers about, yeah, you can describe this channel, and you can like the video, you can hit the bell and know the information when girls can speak with you and answer all your questions. Juan Antonio, thank you for support. You are very active, very pleasant. It's a beach bunny. What it means. I hope it's good. Okay, do you have any questions? Are you interested to know something? Have no more questions. So, what will we do? Can you share something about your childhood, Zhanna? Best memory? Yeah, my child was pretty happy. I was a happy child. I have difference with my brother 10 years. It means that 10 years, almost 10 years of my life, I was the only child at my family, and we had pretty good life. My father was successful, and we had a good family. My parents were very young and funny, and we had some trips. For example, we went to the wood a lot. You know, we have such a tradition in Ukraine. You can go for a wood and you can get the mushrooms. It's interesting process just to find it, because you need to go by forest roads, and the mushrooms are hidden under the leaves, and you need to find it. And when you really can find the mushroom, it's like, wow, super, I did that. And it's nice time spending with the family, and we went by car there to the forest. We enjoyed nature. We went to the lake or to the river, and we did fishing, and we had some travelings like for a seaside. Every year, every summer, we went to the seaside, and it was our family tradition, and it was super. It was super, because I think every family need to have time for vacation together. And yes, I was happy. And when my brother born, I was 10-year old, and it's not actually a good age, I think, to understand that it's my youngest brother and I need to carry about him. I was jealous actually, because I used to live like the only child, and when he was little, I was jealous. But after that, when he was maybe 7 years old and I was a teenager, I realized that he's really so wonderful little boy, and I enjoy spending time with him. Maybe that moment I just grow up, and uh, felt a real love and carry to him. So actually, it's also was a wonderful moment. Uh, and my mom, she always tried to educate me in a good way. She always tried to make me some lessons, tried to buy me books. We went to parks sometimes, so it was some funny moments. Did you live in a flat or a house? Which do you prefer? I lived in a flat, and I prefer to live in a house. Mm, it's more work with the house. I mean, you need to care about the house to keep it well. All the time you have to do something. Actually, we had a house out of the city, Ukrainian people used to have houses like in a village places or something like that, with a yard, with a garden, and you always have a lot of work there, and it can be difficult sometimes, but it's better to keep active and to care about the house and the property and the garden, the flowers. It's nice, and I prefer to live in a private house. It's wonderful, and it's some kind of my dreams. Once I want to move in to live in a private house with my own property space, a lot of green and flowers. I think once I can do that. Zhanna, did you live in a flat or in a house? Which do you prefer? Okay, already asked. To live in a flat is easier because you have not very big space, and it's easier to tidy up for the apartment. But you have neighbors very close, and you have less possibilities. It's better to have your own space. What are three biggest differences you see between Ukrainian men and Western men? I think Ukrainian men. Okay, I will. I will start this question with some remark. In Ukraine, not everyone can have really good salaries. And I think this is a reason why our Ukrainian men are so creative. They can create a really good dating, really romantic, and they do actions, and they can insist and be very active in a good way, I mean. And it's nice. We used to such care, and it's very interesting when you can feel the interest, and you can live these moments in interesting way. Every time it's some kind of surprise, and it's nice. They are very active and very creative, I think. Okay, and the second, I think Ukrainian men are a little spoiled. So Western men are more serious about their wishes. They want to build the family, and I think they are very serious about their intentions, and with their relations. If they want to do datings, I think they are very serious. But I'm not sure. Maybe I just met such people. Approximately how many dates have you translated for Ukrainian women and Western men? Based on your professional translator experience, what do you see are the three biggest difference between Ukrainian men and foreign men? I don't have experience. I don't know how going on other datings with the Ukrainian men, with the woman on the sites. I never had this experience. I think we also have in Ukraine some dating sites when you can find a person online you're interested in and try to have dating and relations. But I think the most difference is that foreign men, if they want to meet a woman, they are serious, but maybe it's not enough actions to do everything to the marriage. So I think that men who try to find a wife on a dating site, they should be maybe more to do more serious actions, like to organize the meeting, to come and to go on speaking in real life, not just online dating. And this is a problem when people just have online datings and that's it. And it doesn't go on after this in some serious way. I think they are really serious in their wishes to create a family, but it's not enough actions to realize that. Ukrainian people are so brave and strong. Thank you, William. It's true, and this war showed us, yes, that Ukrainian people are really brave, and it makes all the people in common, and we feel in a different way between each other, and it united all the nation in a good way, in a really good way. So thank you. How many dates have you translated for Ukrainian and Western women? How many dates? I don't know. It's a big quantity because I have experience in 2 or 3 years. It's a lot. Sometimes I have every day dating translation several times a day. Sometimes it can be just once a week. It depends on situation on the dating sites, and if yeah, but I have good experience there. I can see some couples really interested in each other, and they try to communicate after this online dating out of the site. And right now I have such experience. I can see that I have one couple and they want to exchange the contacts and to meet in real life. And now is more 100, maybe 1,000 more. Difficult to say. I don't count, more than 1,000 already, I think. So it was a lot, yes. Sometimes people are very interested in each other and like to speak, and but it can be expensive. And of course, it's normal when you speak for a while, just for beginning, you can understand, is it person interesting to you, and then you should go on speaking out of sight. Of course, you need to develop your relations. More than 1,000, I think, for sure. What is more important in a future husband, education, degree, or ability to earn the decent living? Degree is not important nowadays. It's for sure you need to have a degree. It's it can be weird if you don't have a degree. It's some private occasions, so when somebody's life, when you can't have an education, sometimes it happens. But of course, nowadays it's important to have an education, but the most important is to realize yourself in a good way, and earn the money when you can have a good life for you, for your partner, for your children. Everybody like comfort. Sometimes education means nothing. This is just the reality of online dating. Sometimes there's chemistry and sometimes not. Yes, but I think a real chemistry can be only in a real life. So you can be interesting in person, online, by appearance, by voice, by manners, by personality. But real chemistry you can feel just when you speak personally in real life. This is a real chemistry, I think. But online dating is a good way to understand is that person can be interesting to you in a real life. And this is such moments when you can um, this is a point to try to know each other better. And if you are interested to each other, you can go on and develop your relation in real life. This is a point online datings. Do you like Indian men? I don't have experience in real life. I I don't think about any people and any nations in a bad way. I depend on the person. All the people can be interesting, and I like all the people in the world if they are a good person. Doesn't matter about appearance, about religion, about their nation. Zhanna, how do Ukrainian women feel about a husband that works from home? Super, it's okay. If you can realize this process in a good way, if you have your space at your flat or house, like your cabinet, it's okay. It's nowadays it's popular to organize your working process from any point of world, and it's very comfortable. Actually, you can go to vacation, for example, for some trip, and you can work from that place. It's very comfortable. It's good position to work from home, for example, when you don't need to go to your office every day. It's a freedom. So it's super. And this is a reason why I like my translation job. Yeah, because I can do it from home or any point in a cafe, any place I have silence and I have internet, I can do this. So it's very comfortable, and I can do it even when I have vacation or some weekend. Sometimes it happens. Zhanna, do you understand the 5 love languages? And if yes, how important is that your partner has the same love language as you? Yes, I read that book. And it's very important to have in common the same language. It's super important because sometimes it happens that you can have a really good relations with your partner. You fall in love, you love each other, but one person want touches, another person want just I don't know, some help, and he can show his love just in his way he feel in. And if you need some touches or words or some time together, and your partner feel the different way, feel different language of love, it can hurts. So it's very important to have the same language. But for me, I don't know my language. I did the test and I tried to answer honestly all the questions, but I don't think I can understand for myself which language is my. I have several, I mean. I can choose the only because all the things and that languages are important, like touches, like words, like gifts, like help. All things are important in relations, and you can keep the balance there. And you should keep the balance between all the languages, and maybe the balance and harmony is a good way to feel happy in your relations and to be a happy person. And if you can come to this in your life, yes, you can really be happy, and as well as your partner, because it will be you will be selfish if just you will be happy and your partner not. So It would be nice if you both can be happy together and feel comfortable in these relations. Guys, describe this channel, please, and hit the bell, and you will know time when we can speak about everything you want. Language fluency: Ukrainian, Russian, English, Polish. Joe reminds my language is a flop. Okay. Actually, I don't know for sure for me which language is my. I can't say the only one. Zhanna, are you in a relationship now? Yes, I am. I have relations right now. Words of affirmation: quality time, touch, acts of service, and gifts. Yes, this is 5 languages of love. And I think they all are really good. And if you can share everything and accept everything from your partner, it would be really, really good. More questions, guys. Tell us something. Okay. If you don't have any questions, I will share my thoughts with you. Okay. We have and the summer is ends. At my place is already autumn, and the mood is change of that, and it has influence at your life. And but I like our conversation. And it has something it's something new in my life, a new experience. I never was a published person, and it's pretty interesting experience. It's interesting to share your thoughts, and I would be glad to answer your question and topics you're interested to know about Ukrainian people and Ukrainian culture. When you say you work as a translator, what kind of site are you working for? Will you ever be able to forgive Russia? William, I don't offend on Russia, like I separate for myself Russian government and Russian people. And a lot of people not guilty, and they doesn't want this war. And I realized that. And I ask myself a lot of times, if I lived in Russia, could I change something, like a person who lived there, for example, to make some protests or to do something to stop this? I don't think they have such possibility. I have some friends which are living in Russia right now, and they are good persons. They have families, they have children, and they doesn't want this war. They supported me from the beginning of this war, and they want this war end. It's a very big problem when you can't have like a person inside your country. You can't have any influence for their government, because their country built many years in this way. They had the same president during 20 years, something like that. It's so big term, and a lot of people they grew under this president, under these laws, under these rules he built. and they just couldn't live other ways. So I think that our countries will never make friendship in the future like it was before. But it's because of politics. But simple people are not guilty. Russian people are not responsible for the invasion. It's government. Yes, Juan Antonio, I think the same. Simple people not guilty, but sometimes I can see in internet, for example, at Facebook comments, or I can see some stupid videos when people, Russian people, they try to make some videos when they share their opinion, and they speak like stupid people, like, oh, come on, we will win, and they support their government in a stupid way. And I think that people, they just not clever enough to have their own mind. They grew under the television and the propaganda of their government. How are Ukrainian men spoiled? What should Western men avoid to remain a good relationship with the Ukrainian woman? Mm, you have you guys have the same positions. Doesn't matter you are Ukrainian man or you are Western man. If you do some actions, if you do some romantic steps, if you really fall in love and you will care your woman, you will have 100% goal with the good relations with this Ukrainian lady you choose. And in which way Ukrainian men spoiled? I think they are very picky, because Ukrainian girls, they can give a lot in relations. So they are beautiful, they are well educated, they are good housewives, they could cook very tasty dishes. They are good moms actually, and they try to care themselves. And this is spoiled when you can choose between a lot of good variants, I think, and they become picky, yes. But every person can have chances, and the personality, your mind is more important than your nationality, your salary, or your you can do everything with your actions. You can get any goal. Ukrainian woman, do they put up that with her husband has to work out of the house for weeks? Uh, it's difficult situation, I think. If your partner need to spend several weeks out of house, there are such families. Some people used to live in this way, and they try to find some ways to save their family, to keep their family in this way. But my opinion is not good for relations, for family, because I think you need your partner every day. You need his support. You need to touch, to kiss, to share your day, and to keep the house together. Also, it's important. And but some families use to such moments, because job is important for every person. And if you have such job that you need to go away for a week, or for several days, or even for months, it's a level of your life and level of your family, of course. So sometimes it happens, and it depends on your priorities. And if you want to live in a good way, if you want to have a good education for your children, good school, good university, sometimes you have to do this for a good salary. And maybe it's comfortable for some families, but for me, it's important to stay together, to keep in touch. The same, I think it's very close question. I think if you want to have relations, you can do it only in real life. I don't believe in relations from different points, from different countries on some distance. Um, I know such occasions. Sometimes people do this, but I don't think it's real relations, and they are not complete. Do you prefer the city or a country life? I prefer a city life, but sometimes it's wonderful to go to the country and to feel the silence and this, you know, you calm down there. You are union with the nature, and sometimes you need to have rest there. It was my occasion when I had possibility to run away from the town to the country and to spend several days there next to the forest, to the river, to have some bicycle riding in the forest, some jogging in the forest. Um, it's nice to have rest there, but not to live. To live more comfortable in the cities, of course, in the big cities, because you have a lot of possibilities there. You can. It's very comfortable to organize your life in interesting way, but life in a city, in a big city, is very fast because you have to do at the same moment, you have to do a lot. But I prefer to live in the city. And also I have experience to live in a country for a summer, for example. Of course, virtual communication has an exception date. It's a tool to get in touch, to communicate, and the orange meeting as soon as both know they want to meet. Yes, if you know that you will meet soon, you should wait, of course. If you know that it's just temporary, that uh, you will speak, you will have online datings, but you have a point to have real relations and to meet someday and live in real life together. So in this occasion, of course, you can wait for some time, even for several months, you can support this communication. If you really interested in each other and you have good communication online, it also can be very close. You can keep in touch and you can show you care even online. But if you really know that you will meet soon, it's possible, and it has chances. How common is it in Ukraine for a woman to give birth to a child before she turns 18? Culture-wise, what do Ukrainians think of this? Um, yes, in Ukraine, we used to create families in a very young age. It happens very often, but under 18, mm, before 18 years, I don't think it's usual occasion nowadays. I think I don't know persons under 18 who has children, but after 18, maybe 19, 20 is very popular to create family this age. Um, People can still be a students and at the same moment they can create a family, they can be hurry in marriage. And a lot of such families live in a good way a lot of years, maybe during all their life, so they can be serious sexually even this age. How worried are you about your brother back in Ukraine? uh, yes, of course I'm worried about this. I think Ukrainians are brave. And we have a lot of men in Ukraine who has a real wish and who want to go fighting. And I worry about every this person. I have friends who are in the army now, and my stepfather also, he's ready to protect his house, his country. He did volunteering, so he went to such points of our region with the help to people after Russian army who was hurt with the Russian army, these villages and cities, and I was worried about him a lot. With my brother, a little different situation because he lives in Poland, and nobody can make him return to Ukraine by laws. He has official job here. He lives here during 5 years, so he can move to Ukraine to the war only by his wish. And I hope that we will not have this moment in our life, because I believe that our people should protect our country. And at the same moment, I realized that I'm afraid so much about every person I know who is there, who is not in a safe place. Are Ukrainian women willing to leave their beloved land for a man to start a new life? God bless all Ukrainians. Thank you, William. Yes, I strongly believe that everything would be fine in some time. Are Ukrainian women willing to leave the beloved land for a man to start a new life? Yes, of course. Of course, I think everyone want to have his own happiness, and if you're happy with the person, you will conquer all the situations, the distance. You will move. I don't know the occasions when girls have online datings or some or meet a person somewhere, maybe on the vacation, and after that they doesn't want to move. Of course, it's a big changes for your life, and you need to use to a new place. You need to change a lot in your life. It's a big step, but it works. If you will feel happy with your person, with your partner, it works to move and to have such big changes in your life. And I think everybody agree for this. And of course, it's more usual from the girl to move, not for a man. But I know such occasion, and I know even occasions when foreign men come to Ukrainian ladies to live there in Ukraine. It also happens. What's your biggest lesson learned from broken past relationships? I think I have a lesson after my past relationship. I respect myself more. I tried to be a good wife. I tried to be flexible and to do everything my husband wanted from me. And sometimes it's wrong, and you should respect your own borders, your personality. And only in this way, when you respect yourself, you're not very comfortable for everyone, for your partner also. It's nice when you are a good person and you are flexible and you are comfortable, but you should respect yourself. And your partner also should respect yourself, and it goes just if you begin from yourself. So maybe this is my lesson. I respect myself more after my past relationship. It takes time to adjust for anyone moving to a new country, yes, but it's archivable with the right mindset and support. Yes, you're right. And of course, you need to understand if you take a foreign woman to a new place, you are the only person she can trust too. And you need to have a big support for her because it's a new place. She doesn't know anything there. Maybe she doesn't know language. Maybe she doesn't know tradition. She doesn't know people. She don't have friends. Everything new around. So for a first time, she will use to a new place. You need to have a big support to your partner, of course. You need to help to organize your life. Maybe sometimes it can be like to a child, maybe, and maybe it can be difficult for you to lead not just your life and to take care of your partner, but I think it works. And after some time, when the lady will used to live there, and everything will goes in a correct way, and you can be happy together, and she will respect this support in difficult times. Do Ukrainian women become judged from a prior failed relationship? Do they hold their box experiences with a former man against a new man in her life? Um, I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. Can you ask another way, please? Sometimes it's difficult to understand the point. Couldn't agree more. I had the same lesson from my past marriage. We can't control other people's actions and behaviors, but we can control that we are willing to accept and not. Yes, I think it works as to a woman as well to a man. I think you answer me about respect yourself. Have you heard the term toxic masculinity? What do you think about this? Uh, is this term spoken about by women in Ukraine? Toxic masculinity, you mean like toxic relations? Of course, everybody, I think everybody meet in his life such persons, and it can be not just in relations, it can be actually with the friends and in a family, sometimes. Yeah, so it's not good, and you need to work under yourself not to stay in a toxic relations, and you should make create the borders and respect yourself, and you can build relations with any person, with your partner, with the friends, with your family. And if you create these borders in wise way, you have influence also the same as a person, even is it a toxic person, but you can change it with your actions, with your behavior, and you can create the borders and to stop some influence, some bad influence, I mean toxic influence. Simple English, guys. Just a heads up, Google doesn't appreciate certain things that aren't PC. Anything related the question you asked can send and beaten, burned out, boosted, drained. Wow, so many examples. Ex-housed, feel cute, tired, wearied, very wiped out, worn out. Okay, so Juan Antonio, can you please create your question to explain your thought, what you want to know? But thank you. You try to explain very carefully. So I'm waiting. Synonyms, yes. Okay. I'm interested to know Juan Antonio's question, actually, because I can feel it's interesting, but I'm not sure I understand all he wants to know. Masculinity is not really toxic. The feminists who love the toxic masculinity are simply referred to men in their lives who was toxic people. I can see the guy next door. We have a lot of in common about our thoughts, our views. Do Ukrainian women hold bad experience with the former men against the new men in her life? I think every relations which are in the past works wrong if they in the past. Anyway, another way, they still could have this relation. So I think every experience learn you teach you something new, and when you have new relations, of course, you will try not to have the same mistakes as were in the past. And sometimes it even can distract you, and you can't feel relaxed because you're afraid to do the same mistakes again or to feel hurt again. Zhanna, how green nature related grass, trees, etc. is the area you live in Ukraine? Yes, it was green. My town, it has a river in the middle, a big river, which is called Psel. It's a big Ukrainian river, and we have two big parks in the middle of our center. We have a lot of flowers in the center. We have some green trees and grass just on the streets, so it's really green. I have interesting clip at my Facebook page with my city. It was this is such an interesting video. It's such a professional, and when you watch this video, you even can't believe that it's about your city, because it's like a professional movie, and it shows my city with such a beautiful way. And in general, Ukraine has a lot of green, a lot of nature. I've seen videos on younger Ukrainian women saying, "I know my worth." That is a term used in the West. What does it mean in the Ukraine? I know my worth. I don't know this term, and I never heard from Ukrainian women they say this. I know my worth, but I think that they means that they know their good positive sides, positive qualities, and they know they can do with this quality that what they are what they can have. For example, if you have a good degree and you're a smart person, you realize that you don't want any job you can have a good job with a good conditions and good salary. I think the same they means when they know that I know my worth. If you know that you are a nice person and you deserve for something good. Well, if a person hold bad past experience against a new person, it means that they have same problems they need to fix. It's not fair to let a new partner suffer from their past experience. Mm. I think that yes, you can fix everything you have in your life with a dialogue. And if you have bad experience, first of all, after this bad experience, you should be okay with yourself and you should be ready for new relations. And you maybe need to do some work under yourself. I mean, by like mental work. If you are okay, if you are complete and healthy person, you can build healthy relations next. And even if you have bad experience in the past, for example, I have, and it was hurt. And I had maybe 2 years of depression after my divorce, when I couldn't have a normal life and I was not ready for new relations. But I worked under myself and I try um, to become okay, to become healthy person, to respect myself, to love myself. And after that, when I accept myself and my past experience, I realized that, okay, Zhanna, are you ready to live, to go on living? Yes, I'm ready. I want it. My life didn't stop after my divorce. I'm still young and I want to live. And after that, when you are okay with yourself, you are ready for something new, and your past experience can't spoil your new relations. Even it was hurt in the past, you still can fix it, and you can speak in a good way with your partner, and you become more experienced and wise after your problems in the past, and you can speak about this with your person and you can fix it. Yes, any experience is a good experience, actually. Western women choose bad men over and over. Then they tend to treat good men poorly after the bad experiences. It keeps them single because good men don't want to deal with her damaged outlook. Nice interesting information. It's interesting to know that. And I think nowadays it's easier, to work under yourself. We have a lot of information even for free when you can read some good advices from psychologists. You can visit psychologists, you can have support, I don't know, some video maybe support or some groups you can visit. You can speak with the good people, interesting people, and it will help to feel yourself in a good way after toxic relationships, after some hurts in the past. And if you really desire, if you want to be a healthy person, you will not choose a bad partner anymore in your future. So it's just shows that girls which choose again and again bad guys, that they are not okay inside themselves. Your partner is your choice. It means that when you choose someone, it's your responsibility. And every day you make this choice: go on these relations or not with this person. not just in relations. I told before, it's also friendship and any people you speak with. If you don't like this speaking, if you have bad influence, if you're hurt by somebody, you can just stop it. You can make it for a very short time if you need. If it speaking by job, for example, we do our choice every day. We accept all our situations every day. Exactly. Be alone for some time, heal, and then invite a new person into our life. The next guy door is very similar to my mind. I'm glad we have our positions in common. Zhanna, you're a very beautiful lady. Thank you, William. Thank you so much. With Western influence affecting the people of Ukraine as well, percentage-wise, and to knowledge how many people nowadays marry according to Ukrainian wedding traditions. A lot. Yes, we have special traditions for weddings, and it's strong traditions, and a lot of people still keep them, and it's nice and it's interesting. It's, you know, some it's good memories, and when you grow with this knowledge, when you can see around you these traditions, and you understand that you have maybe just one possibility in your life to do this, of course you want to do this. It's nice, and it's funny. All the traditions with the wedding are funny. For example, when a husband come to his bride the day of marriage to her home, he need to conquer some quests or something like this, and friends of a bride, they create some challenges for him. I will try to show you some examples. For example, if she live in a flat and you need to go upstairs, they can make some things they can put, or I'm sorry guys, it's difficult to explain because it's not my usual words. It's difficult to find a correct word for this, but yeah, they do special challenges for a guy, and if the point of these challenges means that you need to conquer all the situation in your life to take your bride, and if you will conquer it, these challenges, you have an order to get your bride, as well as parents of girl and a boy also, they create they order a special bread. In Ukraine it calls karavai. It's also Ukrainian tradition, and in Ukraine it means a good life, like you will never be poor and never know some problems and troubles. It's also good tradition, and it was to lead it. In my personal experience, the women who always choose bad men are often damaged themselves. Our women with a self-respect would not go for such guys. Yes, not all women, but after it's the case. The next door guy, I think, yes, if you already have, you don't know for sure at the beginning, is it a good person or a bad? Sometimes it change in some time. The person can be different. For example, at the beginning, he can be perfect. He can be like an actor, and then he open in some situation he can show his real personality. And after this situation, you can realize if it's not a good person, you can just stop everything, yes, and not choose these relations anymore. Everyone, enjoy your weekend. Yes. The Ukraine has very beautiful woman. Thank you. It's not the only reason Western men go there to find love. Western women are not traditional, and a good amount have a bit many bedroom, wow, partners we don't like. You know, because of my translation job, I know this information from Western guys about Western women. Yes, that they like to change the partners, and it's weird for Ukrainian women. Because we grow in such, you know, you really care about your reputation, and it's more maybe honest and comfortable. And I think every person, every healthy person, want to have just the only partner and to stay, to be in a good relations. If you don't have relations, it's okay to have some experiments. I mean, to try this guy or another guy. You just try, and if you can't create good relations, so yeah, you can change for a while. But of course, the point is to create stable relations. And if the point of Western women to change the partners in a bedroom just like quantity, it's weird for Ukrainian women. We grew in a different way. And yeah, we're more traditional about this. And we really care about our reputation. And it's not good to change partners for a lady. And about beauty, I always heard this about beauty of Ukrainian woman. But for example, when I all my travelings in other countries, in Europe, I can see a lot of beautiful women. So, but it's always pleasant to hear that. On this topic, how many sex partners do you think the average Ukrainian woman has by age 30? It depends. In Ukraine, yeah, it depends. Do you already create a family or not? I know some girls, I have some friends which are 30 and they are not married yet, without children, but they want. They are not child-free position and so on. They want. They just didn't meet correct person on their way, their life experience. And I think if you are not stay in marriage until 30 age, I think nowadays such a tricky question about quantity. I think maybe 10 partners is okay when you accept, when you had some relations and you just tried to create some relations and you had datings. But for sure, Ukrainian lady doesn't, they have a rule not to have sex on first datings. And it's not just the first, it's several datings. So you need to wait for a while, and you need to understand the attentions of the guy. If he's serious to you, then you can do more serious steps. If not, you shouldn't do this, because you will be not serious and you can't make just sex for sex. I think sex better when you have relations and feelings. Guys, uh, how many sex partners do you think the average American woman has by 30 age? I have no idea. More than 50? No, no. It's very different to our mind. Let's compare American and Ukrainian cultures on count. More than 50. So, yeah, we have a big difference in this way. I take my more than 50s back. I change. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, it just shows that we have different position to relation. It means that maybe if the person changed the partners, um, she doesn't interested to create serious relations. It just shows their uh, intentions. What do other guys think? Other guys, please tell your experience. I also interested to know that how many partners Western woman has till their 30 age. Why do you think Western men curious about the amount of sex partner on the first in the first place? Because it shows your intentions, because it shows how serious you are. Are you really interested to create relations, or are you just having fun? It's important question actually. Yes, you are important to know this. Because of peer bonding, the more partners, the more difficult is to successfully bond to a partner. I think it depends on your wishes. If you want just to relax and to have fun, it means that you are not interested in to build serious relations after that. By the average good Ukrainian woman, I think they, in most cases, have sex with men they love in community relations. Yes, they are not the vice. Yes, yes, you're right. Um, I think it's more comfortable to have the only partner in your life. It's comfortable in many ways, and I don't think is good, and I don't think you can really enjoy when you change partners every time. You can be serious. You don't have any trust to a new person every time. I don't know. It's for me. It's weird. Ukrainian woman less than 10 might be one. Yes, the guy next door. Again, agree with you. Many today, in many cases, Western women go to college and get ridden like a bicycle. Okay. Sex is also a way of getting to know each other and build intimacy. Yes, they get to know each other, know what each other like, and makes them feel closer, feel good chemicals in the brain. Yes, but I think you should explore this when you already have something in common and you interested in each other. And after, yes, of course, it's very important, and you will understand is it your person or not if you are comfortable intimacy. But of course not you can't explore it and judge by the on the beginning, on the first date. I think in this way everything should be natural. Every step should be in a correct moment. And for example, if you sit in the car and you want to go to some point, you have some rules you need to do. Yeah, you need to turn on the car, you need to show your direction by lightning and so on. So every step by step, the same with the relations. Everything should be natural and in correct moment. I think they go in to relationship with the wrong goals. Exactly. Should not focus on sex in the first place. High quality men focus on how many afford to strengthen their relationship. Okay, thank you for your opinion. It is true. Today, women who go to college have many bedroom partners. They end up with more than 50 by the end of 4 years of college. I think they are very spoiled girls. Seen a video with 200 plus. USA has it bad. What do you mean you seen a video with a 200 plus? Which kind of video? When girls tell about that or what? Women are the gatekeepers to sex. Men are the gatekeepers to marriage. Wow. You know, when I read this, when I know this information, seems like the world goes wrong because in the modern world, like men always try to have many partners, and some men proud about this, but not a woman. But not at the first place. Intimacy come once you see the contentedly in the relationship. I think for me, like for Ukrainian women, that before intimacy, it's interesting to have such kind of a game when like your partner should waiting for it and should want desire this moment to receive this moment, and it would be much better and interesting to both people. But when you get something really easy, it's not interesting. So you will feel better emotions. Where was a YouTube video? Okay, so thank you for answer. There was a YouTube video that was taken about a woman that had over 200 different partners before she turned 25. Oh my God. I I can understand that it's physically possible, but to be honest, I don't understand what she has in her mind after this. And is it possible after such experience to have good relations, to create normal family? I don't think she is serious. For me, it's about quality, not the quantity of women. Nice. It would be a very exhausting life if everything was about scoring women. Yes, of course. The quality is the most important than the quantity, and if you have a person you feel something to this person, you have real feelings, you will feel your intimacy life in better way than just I mean, this process is very tender, which lives in your mind also, not just physically process. I mean, you first of all you should feel okay in your head, and it's it depends on your feelings to your partner. If you have new partner every day, you will not have special feelings, and it influence on your physical feelings also. I hope you understand me. It's my point. Guys, I think you obsessed about yeah, focus on building relationship first. If you focus on sex, that's the reason you meet the wrong ladies. I think all the men we have here today are normal guys which focus not on sex only. I really believe that I can see by your comments, by your questions, that you are serious and you're not interested in quantity, because if you really want to create good relations with a serious person, you think different. It's not about one-time dating or change the partners every time. 200 partners. That must definitely have done something to her. I mean, an item of impact. Okay. About dating in Ukraine. When there are kids involved, example, single mother, is it considered normal to also bring gifts for your children to every date, or only the first date? Yes, if you are a single mother and you have child or children and you have new relations, uh, of course your partner should accept your children. If he is interested in your personality and he want to build to create a new family, and he can accept your children, to make gifts for kids, is absolutely okay. It can be something really small, but it shows your feelings, it shows your care. It can be just a little chocolate or candy, small candy, and it shows your care. And it doesn't like a rule that you have to bring gifts for a first date or for every date. It should be from your heart. You should feel this way. You should want it. If you will want, you will accept everything in your relations, and in this way you have opportunity to create really good relations and to be happy with your partner and with the kids from ex-marriage. And you can feel, I have this example in my family, and I feel absolutely happy about this. And I think everyone from my family, I mean, my stepfather, he also feels happy till this moment with my mom, and we feel like native to each other with him. I love him like a native person. Yes, mom, I understand you perfectly. Good boy. The most important is that she loves me for who I am. Yes, the correctly white in her head treats me with tenderness and knows how to cook borscht. Oh my god, borscht is my favorite dish, my favorite topic. And you know, when I was a child, I hated the borscht and any soup. I hated, and my mom always pushed on me because it's good for your stomach. You need to eat something like soup, like every day. It's like Ukrainian tradition to cook home food, to eat soup every day on at the dinner time. And my mom always fighted with me because I didn't like the taste, and I had tears. I didn't want to eat that. But when I grew, uh, I loved the borscht, and maybe after 20 years old, I understood that, oh my God, it tastes such wonderful. I like it, and I tried to cook it by myself, and I tried different recipes, and every time for me it was some creative process. And you know, guys. Uh, by the way, can you tell me, please? Do you tried borscht, Ukrainian borscht? Do you have this experience, or you just know about this dish? Can you write me here, please? I'm interested to know this. First of all, and about cooking borscht. Every time you cook, you have different taste every time, because you have different taste of every vegetable you have, and you can put less or more ingredients, and it also depends on it has influence on the taste. And I have different borscht every time, different color. So did you try Ukrainian borscht, guys? Zhanna, will Ukrainian woman introduce a man for her kids right away? I would think she would wait, yes, and see if he can be serious for her family first. You're absolutely right, Juan Antonio. Yes, of course, you will not introduce a new person which are you not sure that he is serious in your life to your children. First of all, you need to understand that you will have serious relations. To understand this, you need some time. You need to have several dates. After several dates, you will understand that you don't have any troubles here. You can have good relations, and after that, yeah, maybe after couple of months. I think it's enough to know person from different sides and to understand his real intentions to you and is he ready for this meeting. And yeah, in this way, the same. You need to do everything step by step naturally. I think it would be a wrong way if you on after first date or after a couple of datings, you will take your new boyfriend to your flat and to introduce to your children. It's not serious, and I think for every person in this company, every person will feel uncomfortable in this way. Everything should be natural. Everything should be should understand that he wanted or she wanted, and he's ready for serious steps. And it's natural desire, your own wish. To answer your question, never had borscht, but I have read about it and seen a video on YouTube from another matchmaker that was cooking it together with his sister and mother of their family. Okay, I have an interesting idea, and please support me if you're interested to know this. I can do some streaming during I can cook in the borscht if you're interested in this. And I can put my phone on comfortable position. I can speak with you. I will distract for some moments maybe, but you can see it online if you're interested. Just an offer. Yes, I tried borscht, dironi, shashlik, Kiev cutlet, etc. And Georgian are two of my favorite kitchens. Yes, Georgian kitchen also is very tasty. But maybe because I'm Ukrainian, everybody said that Ukrainian cuisine is difficult enough. It's complete to cook Ukrainian traditional dishes. For me, it's not difficult. For me, it's easy, but it has a lot of ingredients and you need to do everything in a correct way, step by step. But for me, Georgian cuisine is difficult and you need to spend a lot of time because they have a lot of things with the bread and you need to prepare a lot and it's a long process. But yeah, they have really tasty meat. Actually, I like Polish cuisine also. It's a little bit similar to Ukraine. It's also tasty, but of course, cuisine of my country is my favorite. We have such a lot of interesting dishes, and they are beautiful. They are healthy. The most important, Ukrainian food is very healthy, and if you have a habit to cook at home, it's a good habit because it's more economy. You can cook a lot. I mean, you don't need to think about what I will have for dinner. I need to order. I need to wait in for delivery and so on. You already have it. It's fast. It's faster than delivery. Delivery you can wait during minimal. It's 30 minutes. By 30 minutes you can cook completely dish, and it's nice and it's more healthy and it's more tasty. It smells fantastic. Of course, I like some restaurants, and it's nice to visit restaurant, not to cook all the time just at home. Sometimes it's interesting to go somewhere. I like to visit cafes and restaurants with my friend, with my boyfriend, and to spend some time there. It's easy. It's also can be tasty and so on. But home dishes are the best, really, and the most healthy. Borscht or soup are very healthy, especially when put a lot of green. Yes, you're right. Ukrainian dating need to borscht. Cultist YouTube. Yes. I'm crazy about borscht. Oh, you have Ukrainian wife, Joy. You can taste it every day if you want. Yes, lucky Joe. He is. Different families make different version of borscht. Yes. Have you ever had other borscht restaurant not included? You know, we have such a city in Ukraine. It's a neighbor city to mine, Poltava. It calls Poltava, and they have a museum of borscht there. And they have there is a woman who cooked the borscht, who cooking the borscht in. I think she has 17 recipes, even with the berries, with some different ingredients, and it's really interesting. And so you can cook borscht every day, and every day you can use different recipe, but at the same moment it still will be the borscht. It's very healthy. It keep your colors down. But don't put too much salt. Yes, salt give you blood pressure. The result stroke. Yes, you're right. I try to eat healthy food. Of course, I'm a normal person. I let myself to be not polite sometimes and to eat something bad because yeah, we need to spoil ourselves sometimes, but not to have it like a habit. And if you lead a healthy lifestyle, and sometimes you can do in a wrong way, to let yourself in a wrong way to eat something wrong, something bad, it's okay. But in general, if you are used to eat soups and borscht and good healthy food, you will be a healthy person, and I think it's good. It's my choice. We need true borscht stream. Thank you, Ark. How do you like Polish sausage? I don't like Polish sausage. They actually has bad sausage here. I like Spanish. Actually, I don't eat sausage at all. But my daughter, she likes Spanish fouet, and we can buy it here. So it's okay. And in Poland, they have really good meat. Meat, I mean, when you take it in a restaurant. In supermarkets, when I buy the meat, I need to use to this meat for a first time to understand which part I need to take, I need to choose, because this meat is a little bit different to Ukrainian meat, because Ukrainian meat is more natural, because they feed the pigs and the cows in different ingredients, and it depends on the it has influence on the taste of the meat. I make borscht at home, Bill. Super nice. Did you try original Ukrainian borscht, or you took a recipe in internet and just tried by yourself? Interesting to know, Bill. Unhealthy with no salt, but also unhealthy with too much. Salt is only the enhancing flavors. You know, you can have habits, so you have influence on your taste. If you used to have a lot of salt, it becomes a bad habit. So without salt, it will be not tasty. So you can decide for yourself how healthy you want to be and have the same habits. About Ukrainian culture, what do Ukrainian girls' mother, babushka, and family say to her if she is age of 30 but she is not married and no children? Yes, in Ukraine, when you are 30 age without family, it becomes a problem because in Ukraine we used to create families before 20, maybe 20, before 30, I'm sorry. Maybe 25 is a perfect age when you are. When you have good mind, when you have some life experience, when you can be responsible about your decisions, and you still young and open, and I think 25 is a good age for creating a family, for marriage. But if you are 30, you have a lot of bad life experience. I mean, with ex-partners, not good relations, and some girls I know which are 30 and without marriage, they are disappointed in love, and they desperate wants to create any relations, and the same we have a man after 30 with the families or after divorce. And it's difficult to find a good partner in this age, maybe for girls. I know this from my friends because I have some in this age without family, and I know one girl, even she visit specialist, she speak with the psychologist because it troubles her, it disturbs her because she feels not complete as a woman. And she, of course, they have fears not to meet a correct person in the future. I make pelmeni, salad, olivier, fish on the banquet. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's interesting recipes, very traditional for Ukrainian families, and they have really good taste. Yes, well done, Bill. Ukrainian family says to their girls which are 30 years and no children and no husband, that you should create a family, of course. They worry also about the girl. What do Ukrainian girls' mother, babushka, and family say if she is over 40, no married, and no children? To be honest, I don't know such occasions. I don't know any woman after 40 without family. I don't know. I think everybody stay in relations, or maybe it can be a lady after divorce. Yes, in this way it happens, but she already had a family and she already has children. So I don't know such occasions. Okay, guys, I think for today is enough. Thank you for your company. It was super interesting to speak with you about the borscht, my favorite borscht, and all the topics. I will wait in for you tomorrow, and you can actually you can leave the comments if you want. We can cook borscht together.